Alright, so we have the new LR Gowther, and there's also a new mono out, but I'll be honest, I don't really have a whole lot of interest in the mono right now, so I'm probably not going to mess with it at the moment. If I see something, or if you guys have a recommendation for it, I may give it a try, but realistically, mono's not all that important, because I'll be honest, I don't think that the 7 catastrophes are going to be able to hold their own in this meta, especially with Escanor being as crazy as he is. I don't know if it would work where you use mono and like LR Lilia with Escanor maybe, do like a human team. Could maybe work, actually, the more that I think about it, but either way, we're focusing on Gowther today. He did get an LR, so we'll go through it really quickly. Increases the basic allies of applicable units by 15% in battle. He does work in the backline, actually, which is kind of nice. You could potentially use him as the backliner, put a taunt unit up front. I've been using him in the front with Bon and Escanor, and I know that is maybe not the greatest because you kind of want to have a taunt on your team for Escanor, but it's been working out kind of nice, and with all the extra stats and stuff like that, it's been kind of fun nonetheless. So each time an ally uses a skill, all stats of allies increase by 1% up to 10, so 10% all stats is actually pretty nice. If the hero uses a single target attack, one orb is additionally filled in the ultimate move gauge if the hero uses a single target attack to decrease an enemy's ultimate move gauge, which means it's a pulverized skill, so 4 or more orbs. In his gauge, it inflicts attack disable for 1 turn, which is pretty cool. I'll be honest, I don't get to use that a whole lot, but it is kind of a nice little extra feature there. Each enemy skill the hero depletes increases applicable allies' basic stats by 4%, up to 5 times, so even more stats if you can do it. And when the hero enters the battle, the enemy with the highest combat class is inflicted with attack disable for 1 turn. So kind of nice, honestly. Most of the time it ends up being Escanor, the way I have my gear set up right now, because I only run Escanor on attack crit set. I think Bon ends up getting disabled when I do like a mirror match or a match against another Gowther. So I guess it really depends in geared PvP, but in ungeared I think it would pretty much be Escanor every time right now. I don't think they changed these too much other than removes buff on the attack card, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know that they changed anything on the other skill, but I could be wrong. They might have tweaked this one a little bit. And then increases damage dealt, I'm pretty sure, got added to this one. And because he is 6/6, if you can get the ultimate, it does it ruins the whole hand, which is kind of cool. Obviously, holy relics don't get changed, but his is nice when you can get his ultimate ready. It gives you a ton of attack-related stats. This is the team that I've been running. I know that Easton doesn't affect Gowther at all, but because the team is mostly human, it's been kind of fun running it like this. Plus, you get a little bit more control when you kill enemies and stuff, and because Gowther's not doing a ton of damage, even with the ultimate, I end up getting the kills with the humans anyway. So yeah, I do run up against a lot of hell backliners and stuff like that. I don't like that strat. I got asked about it the last time I used the team, or used Escanor, but this might be the first time I've fought a team that doesn't have Escanor in a while. I actually don't know what to say about this. I'm gonna end up disabling Escanor if we don't end up killing here because he's got Tarmiel Link on. Might have been better for me to single target with Bon here, but we'll see how it goes. They are pretty tanky. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're gonna end up disabling Escanor, but it should be not too bad. Who's your backliner in this setup? This is a very interesting setup. I've not seen this one. I would be interested if I lose just off of this setup because I think it's it's so bizarre. Let's see. Okay, doesn't break the shield there. Doesn't break the shield here, so no infect is applied. The dog's barking. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue. Let's use this to get some more ultimate move gauge. We'll use this to get rid of it out of our hand. And then if that doesn't work, I'll throw this out. Oh, I'm gonna have to close the door because the dog's barking. It has been snowing today, so it's a little cold outside. And I am bundled up in my office, so we'll see how that goes. It's mainly just ice, unfortunately, but maybe that means that I won't have to go to work tomorrow. So we'll see. Okay, putting up damage reduction with darkness. Nothing crazy there. This is gonna hurt. Okay, not as much as I thought. Bond does some serious damage sometimes. Okay, bot behavior, that's whatever. This is, I'm already like maxed out on PvP at the moment because of just it being so late in the week, which they've already started to do teasers for whatchamacallit, the collab, which is exciting. So I'm interested to see kind of how that goes. I've been wanting Fire Force for quite a while. I think like probably like 2 years ago or more at this point, I put out a video about collabs that I would have liked to have seen, and she gets recovery back before. That's actually kind of interesting. I didn't know it worked like that. I put out a video a year or so ago about collabs I wanted to see, and Fire Force I thought would have been a really good one, just because I feel like they're going to kind of fit the world a little bit, and I think there's already been some leaks. And I'm not super excited about them doing show. I think the leaks, which obviously it's not out yet, but they're most of the time they're right at this point. I think they were saying that it's going to be the main character. Is his name Shinra? I can't remember at this point. It's been a while since I've watched the show, but I think it's Shinra, and then they're doing Tamaki, which is the cat girl, and then they're doing Sho, which is the main character's little brother. I thought that was kind of strange, just because it would have made more sense to me to have Arthur in. Let's do this to get our attack-related stats from Gowther's Relic, so that way we do a ton of damage here. Let's see it. I think Arthur's like a really cool character in the show, so kind of sucks that he's not going to get a character, but it doesn't surprise me at all that they're doing Tamaki, just because she's going to be very fan servicey for money. Okay, we have an Escanor team this time. I see teams every so often not running a taunt now with the Gowther being active, which is kind of cool, just because it makes it to where I can actually sometimes get a one-shot kill off on Escanor, which is really, really convenient. But I'm going to try not to disable Escanor first turn this time. It does kind of suck not following up with Escanor attacks first thing when you use his Unity, just because, or his talent, when you use his talent, because then they get their recovery back and everything, because they don't have the Flames of Annihilation. But it should be fine. I'm hoping everything will be okay. I mean, he'll be able to follow up with another taunt more than likely, so we'll see. Which he's not using Bond. Bond is a really big stat buffer right now for Escanor, so the fact that he's using Jinwoo, I can't remember which one it is. I'm blanking on names today, apparently. We might actually end up doing more than enough damage here, so let's do... I kind of want to go for AoE. Just do a ton of damage here, because we'll get Gowther's ult gauge full. Pop the Holy Relic, which, I mean, more than anything, I'm kind of trying to showcase the Gowther a little bit here. So how much is this going to do? We have the 25% attack-related stats, 1.7, and he has damage cap. So, okay, we pull another single target, which is nice, because now if he doesn't kill Gowther, which is pretty likely, actually, we could end up removing Retrogression from Hell, which would be kind of nice. What's he doing? Okay. Bot, so okay, decent enough damage. So let's do I don't have to have I was gonna say I don't have to have the ult gauge. I probably could have played this a little bit faster, because I could have removed the buff first, reapplied it back onto her, and then did it differently, but oh well. Misplay on my end there. I'm wanting to talk more than I am the gameplay anyway. Let's see. We pull another buff removal, which is kind of nice. I should have, realistically, I should have just double attacked with Bond there, removed his flames. Well, I don't think I was going to be able to kill that turn anyway, because he had flame on. This removes that buff. I will say, this removing buffs helps a lot with dealing with hells a lot of the times. So, I mean, it's got that going for it. It's not the worst thing in the world. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm still not in love with the Escanor meta right now. I don't know. It's just kind of boring. Hopefully the collab units will kind of change things up a little bit, but if I'm not mistaken, they're all going to be human characters, so more than likely it's just going to be people running the collab characters with Escanor because he's so good. Okay, what do we got? Taunt team, looking fine. Does have, whatchamacallit. Maybe I save this? But I don't have a taunt. I think I need to use it so that way I get Flames of Obliteration on myself. Let's go with... use this to get a little bit more ult gauge, and then not disable ourselves. Maybe this will do some decent enough damage. Maybe I should have just used the single target there on her. Patience most of that. Actually, this is probably not going to do enough damage to even break shield. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. That's pretty nothing first turn. We get an extra single target for Escanor, which is kind of nice. He's going to taunt back up, so maybe we just merge. No more Gowther cards, so we're not going to be able to do anything with Gowther this turn. Dang, didn't even break the shield. The extra damage does, but that's actually quite nice. Bond does so much damage, dude. It's actually really cool. I like this Bond quite a bit. That actually merged our cards for us, so that's kind of nice. Okay, pull a Gowther card. Maybe we just do this. Get big stats going, do as much damage as we can to her, so that way hopefully it'll kill Bond off too, but that might be wishful thinking. Yeah, I definitely think that's going to be wishful thinking. This kills... Okay. And then, yeah. Pretty decent damage on Bond, but not quite enough. I don't know if he's really going to think Gowther's too much of a threat here. He could try to double attack into Escanor and just kill him off, because that's an AoE single target onto Escanor, potentially. Okay, well. Gets rid of everybody other than Escanor. This does remove my Flames of Obliteration, though, so that is a problem. I don't know if I can get another Flames of Obliteration, because I think with him killing all my teammates off and me having already killed one of his, I think I'm maxed out, right? Because I think even I'm only 5'6". I think at 6'6" you only have 4. But I'm not sure if that procs the way that I think it does. So he's got me here, unfortunately. I don't know. I hate this hell backliner thing. It's just, it's so stally and, like, I don't know. It's just boring kind of thing. I mean, it is what it is. It's one of those things where you can kind of prevent yourself from dying, which is smart. Like, I mean, you know, I can't knock it. Like, it's definitely a valid strategy, but I don't like it personally. Oh well. You lose some every once in a while. That's okay. Okay, what do we got? Oh, never mind. I thought he was running Gowther. So he does have a taunt. Let's go ahead and just use this right out of the gate. He had... Can I... Inspect? Okay, he does have Tarmiel Link on. Let's go for... Let's go for this. Because I should be able to hopefully just kill him off first thing. So this might deal some decent enough damage, actually. Not crazy. Does break the shield on everybody, though, so that's something. This should... I mean, surprisingly, Melee Ellie is just... They are not tanky enough to take any sort of hits from Escanor. Escanor destroys that unit so bad. Okay, he got some good merges there, actually, so that's a little threatening. He was running Gowther in the back, which is interesting. I haven't tried him in the back yet, but it definitely seems like it could be a good enough strategy. Because my Bond has the highest CC right now, he's the one that got attack disabled, so it's not too bad. His whatchamacallit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Maybe I could still kill here? I'm scared that the AoE won't break the shield. It probably would have, though. Now I'm afraid that this... Well, hopefully this doesn't kill Gowther. Okay, it doesn't. That removes the flames. This might kill both of them. Nice. Okay. Cool enough. Okay. What do we have? Is this the same team? Kind of looks like the same team. I think we can get away with this. Just throw this out here for whatever reason. Really no crazy reason to do that other than just keeping our single targets in hand. That breaks the shield on everybody. And then I'm hoping this still double kills the melee Ellie. Yeah, looking really good. So 700k, up to 1.2, up to 2 mil. That's so stupid that it does so much damage. Okay, different guy because that's a different skin, but same team. Really no reason to do anything other than just try to kill Escanor off. So might as well just double attack with Gowther, get rid of flames, and then single target with Escanor. Okay, nothing crazy there. Oh, actually, I can't do it like that. I'll just have to do the double Escanor play just like I did last time. That's fine. Because the shield... Gowther just doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I have him on an HP crit set at the moment. Just because I think that was the original set that I built for this Gowther, if I'm not mistaken. I could probably just put him on HP defense, but I think then he would be highest CC, if I'm not mistaken. I think he would be higher CC than Bond, so he would get attack disabled, which wasn't... It's not the worst thing in the world, but having that buff removal and stuff is kind of nice. If he does, obviously, attack seal us, if he's running LR Gowther. Okay. Okay, this is what I was looking for, because I love this setup. This setup is so much fun for me, because I can just kill Escanor straight out of the gate here. I am disabled on him, but luckily we have a debuff card, which is really nice. I don't think we're going to have any issues breaking shields here. So now we can break the shield, do a little tiny little baby damage to him, but because Escanor is so stupid, we can literally just kill him with one card anyway, and then we don't end up killing the rest of the team because the damage cap lowers our overall damage that we deal with the Escanor single target, but once you get rid of Escanor on the team, these two characters aren't really going to be able to make it up. I have seen Bond come back a bit and be able to kill a unit or two off just because he is very strong, but at the end of the day, Escanor is the one carrying the meta, so most of the time it's not a huge issue. So let's see here. I think at this point we could buff removal here. I don't know who's going to end up getting retro here from this. I don't think it'll be a huge issue anyway. That AoE should kill regardless. So we remove the buff. This, I don't know if this is going to give Gowther the retro or if it gives Hell. Okay, it did give Gowther, but it doesn't matter because we kill Hell off. It removes it, and then we kill. So, yeah. I don't know. I think the Gowther's really cool. I like him quite a bit. Obviously, you still kind of want to run a taunt unit if possible. I don't really like running him in the backline just because there's already a decent enough like backline for the human team. Obviously, like I said, it's not affecting Gowther at all to have Easton in the back, but she's just really good utility for the rest of the team. Anyway, I kind of like the setup. Typically, I like to run a character in the back that helps the whole team, but at the moment, unless I just put Gowther in the back and run a full Sins team, you know, there's not going to be a decent way around that with still being able to like get decent ult removal and stuff off like that from the east and everything, which is kind of nice. So I don't know, not a perfect team by any means, but it's been working for me, so I can't really complain. Let me know what your thoughts on Gowther are. I'm definitely interested in the collab coming up, and if you're dealing with the snowstorm, ice storm, whatever you want to call it right now in the U.S., stay warm, stay safe, do your thing. So yeah, see you guys later.